Hi everybody, my name is Armina Yopakino and my topic is on cognitive dissonance. So cognitive dissonance has four main perspectives, and they are when unpleasant consequences are accompanied with responsibility, when you're worried about looking bad in front of others, when it's a threat to self-esteem, and self-perception. So an experience in my life where cognitive dissonance occurred was when I had to select a minor in German to go along with my bachelor's in communication. So the German course is double-dipped, which fulfilled my bachelor's degree as well as obtain a minor in German without having to take any further semesters. So I decided, why not? I enjoy German. I lived there as a child and I wanted to keep German fresh in my mind, so I went for it. I also thought that maybe having a minor in German would help me stand out on my future applications for the employers. So last week I met with my academic advisor to do a graduation audit, and a few semesters ago I was on course to graduate with my minor in German, but I had to take some semesters off due to personal reasons. So doing that, it put me behind on courses available to me for German. There aren't very many German courses offered throughout a semester, so I had to be mindful of that. The advisor told me that it was still possible to graduate with my minor in German, but I would need to do an independent study in the fall as well as meet with the board to approve me taking a different course than what is listed on my catalog. So I was thinking, fall semester is quickly approaching. I'm already stressed out as it is with completing the courses I have. Having a baby and doing any coursework is extremely difficult, and I didn't really need the minor in German. So my advisor and I decided to remove it, and as soon as we did that, dissonance kicked in. I then justified why it didn't matter to have the minor. The advisor and I talked about how life happens, and I can still get a job that I want without the minor. Graduating in fall right now is key, and then the dissonance decreased after all that because he told me that it was okay to remove the minor. And I didn't feel as awful due to justifying why the minor was not of high importance. So now that I have discussed my experience, I will make some inferences. So the guilt of removing the minor also made me feel like a failure, and I criticized myself for withdrawing from prior semesters. This all led to dissonance threatening my self-esteem. I experienced high stress over my actions because they represented negatively on myself. I'm not normally a person that would do that and remove courses and not do the extra step. So then the dissonance led to an attitude change. After I justified that it was okay to remove the minor, and I also freely chose to drop the minor, the dissonance decreased. Now that I have made some inferences, I will discuss how they can be transferred to other situations. So cognitive dissonance can be applied to literally any situation out there. Central importance of the theory is self-persuasion. The dissonance happens when you have incongruent thoughts and it is psychologically uncomfortable. So it drives people to take any steps necessary to reduce it. In conclusion, our text helps us identify situations where we have experienced cognitive dissonance ourselves. The cognitive dissonance influences attitudes and cognitions. Its effects influence decision-making, and you feel accountable for unpleasant consequences. We are aware of dissonance and can be at ease knowing that it is normal. The text also helps us identify why dissonance occurs, how we can lower it, and how our attitudes are represented by lowering it. I'd like to leave you with a quote about cognitive dissonance, and it is, quote, "A mental conflict occurs when beliefs are contradicted by new information."